A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. My dear sisters and brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, a quick update on Project Orange. Next slide, please. As you all know, the process that Project Orange building has followed thus far has been to purchase the land first, to find and purchase the land, right? To get a site approval from the county, the site meaning, how the site is laid out and so on. And then after we got the site approval, we got the site permit. And after we got the site permit, we did a phase 1 of the site, which you all saw that we demolished what was there. We raised the land up in preparation for the construction. At that point, we were already doing a building design, and as you all remember, that we went through a rigorous design process of the building. This included the creation of what we call the construction documents, the CDs, which are very detailed design of the building, which had to be submitted to the county. Alhamdulillah, we got an approval, as we had announced earlier, about a couple months back from the county on the design of the building. There's a difference between the approval of the design and getting the permit itself to start the construction. It took us a few weeks to actually get the permits because there were a few things that we needed to do, like making sure that the temporary fire lane and the temporary and the fire hydrant and the water utilities were all connected in order to be able to start the construction, because there are some fire hazards during the construction that needs to be prepared. I am very proud to announce that, alhamdulillah, yesterday we finally received the permits for the building of Project Orange. Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. What does this mean? This means now construction of the building starts. It means starting Monday, they will start putting together what the foundation will look like, and they will soon after, in a few days, start pouring the concrete itself and start constructing the building. And then after that, after the building construction, inshallah, we'll go through another process with the county to actually get the occupancy permit. It is an involved process where they come and ensure that we did what we said we would do. Next slide, please. All right, so the timeline. Sorry, I'm reading from my phone. The timeline now, if you look at it at a very high level, and these are approximates, for the second quarter of this year, we will be putting in the building foundation. We'll do the first phase of the electrical, the mechanical, the plumbing, the things that go under the building, under the land, connecting to the city, and so on and so forth. And then once that is done, the third quarter of this year, the vertical construction will start. So during that phase, between the Q2 and Q3, we'll start pouring concrete. As you guys know, this is a tilt wall. The walls are built right on the site, and the concrete is poured, and the walls are created, and then the walls are brought up, and that will most likely happen in Q3 of 2025. And then the second phase of the electrical and plumbing, which is in the building now, will also happen, and of the phase 2. And then after that, in Q4, once the concrete work is completed, the heavy equipment is out, we'll do the second phase of the site work. If you guys remember, we are retaining some water under the site with tanks. Those tanks would break if we had them now, so we have to do it later. That will happen in Q4. And then the interior construction, all of the construction inside the building, the tiles, the toilets, all of that stuff will continue happening, inshallah, in Q4. And all of the low voltage, the audio visual, all of that stuff, including the gym flooring and so on and so forth. And then inshallah, by next year, first quarter of 2026, we'll do all the fit and finish and go through an occupancy permit process. This is all, I'm waving my hand a little bit, this is all approximation. Things change constantly, but inshallah, this is our goal, is to complete the construction within 12 months from now. Next slide, please. All right, so what does that mean to us financially? The remaining budget from now to completion is approximately 14 million, give or take 100 grand here and there. We're still working, and the Project Orange team is working extremely hard to streamline the prices and get us as much cost savings as we can without compromising on the quality. How much do we have cash in hand? We have cash in hand about 725,000, having spent, including buying the land and doing the first phase of the site work, etc. How much do we have pledged? We have about $5.672 million that have been pledged, but not, we haven't collected yet. So what does that mean? That means we have an outstanding balance of $7.6 million that we have to raise funds for. Timeline, reminding you of the previous slide, we have 12 months to complete this project. What does that mean? That means about 1 to 1.2 million a month will need to be paid out to the general contractor going forward. This is very real. This is happening. The building, inshallah, we're working very hard for the building to come up, inshallah, by hopefully end of next Ramadan or something around this time next year. As a reminder, if our project stops, in order for the equipment to be taken away by the general contractor, and when we restart again, we anticipate approximate about $500,000. Every time the project does stop, if it does stop, it's very expensive. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but maybe not, right? There's a lot of cost involving in shutting down a project, taking it back and bringing it back. About $500,000 is what we would approximate going forward. So we would like to make sure that this project doesn't stop and it completes on time. So next steps, next slide, please. What does that mean? What are our next steps as a community together? First and foremost, my request again on this night and these very auspicious nights of Ramadan, please, 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 when you are praying for yourself, pray for this project to complete successfully. You will be shocked if we told you and sat down and wrote a story of the number of obstacles that keeps coming back. And we once sat with someone, very esteemed scholar, and asked him this question and said, why are we getting so much difficulty in building this? He said, if you want a really easy project to do construction, go build a bar. Shaitan will not interfere with you. So please, your prayers and the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is extremely important and necessary for us to be able to finish. So please, please, please pray for this project. Second, talk to your friends and family all around the world. Tell them, the more people know about it, the more people have opportunity to participate in it, donate towards it, or tell others to donate towards it. And the risk may come from anywhere. So please talk about it, be proud of it, tell your friends and family about it. And number three, please, this is the time, there's no other time, donate. What you were thinking about, okay, we will get to it, this is the time, we've gotten to it. It's either now, this project is going to happen, inshallah, in the next 12 months. It's very real, very important. So please, our request is you donate now so that we can plan and we can ensure this project does not stop. Couple other things is, inshallah, very, very soon, as before they pour the concrete on the foundation, the management committee will be taking on tasks to get together, to organize with the community of all individuals who want their marhumin's names written and buried under the masjid area, somewhere near the mihrab. We'll do as best as possible to bury somewhere near the mihrab in the masjid area. The management committee will finalize the details, get with you all, and so on. And a second thing we're thinking about, and this is still an idea phase, we have to talk to the general contractor, is a time capsule. A time capsule where our children can write something for themselves to read 20 years down the line. And inshallah, bury somewhere where it can be open and revived in 20 years or 10 years or 20 years. And then they can see what were their aspirations with this mosque, meet their aspirations, or anything else for that matter. Give themselves, their future selves a message. So inshallah, the management committee we will work with the management committee to come up with these, and they will announce with you. And the final request that I have is, we've had individuals who are very excited about it, and I am amazed and thankful. But now that site has become a hard hat only, and the general contractors have requested us that please, there are members who are excited and just show up there, and the general contractors have been very kind to not send them away, but it is a lot of liability for them and us. So do not go to the site on your own. If you have any questions or need anything, come to the Project Orange team. If you can't find us, go to any member of the management committee, and we will be happy to organize or discuss any matters that you have. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or any member of the Project Orange team today or any other day. With that, I would like to wish you all a Kushali Mubarak on behalf of the Management Committee and the Board of Trustees. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.